A rocket launcher, not just one, but two, handed over to police in this week's Gun Buyback Day. Shocking? Not to police who've seen it before. Among the roughly 10,000 guns turned into police by the citizens of Los Angeles since 2009.
We look like we're in a third world nation when you seize all these weapons from individuals. And the question you have to ask is why?
These rocket launchers were U.S. made, owned privately, though illegal, and turned over to police under the no questions asked buyback. They thankfully had no rockets in them. Police also collected 75 assault rifles that people traded in this week for gift cards.
I don't think anyone should be surprised 2 rocket launchers were turned in. This is L.A.
L.A. and much of America, says Aaron Cohen. He's a security expert advising clients around the world. This should be a reality check, he says, and a sign of how military-style weaponry can so easily end up in the wrong hands, like they did in the Newtown massacre.
There's way too many weapons that are out there on the streets. The type of weapons that were brought in, the 75 assault rifles the other day, not to mention the 2 RPG rocket launchers. I mean, it's just ridiculous.
Do you think it's gotten out of hand?
I think that the system of issuing them has gotten out of hand. And I think we have to look at the entire safety system involved with giving handguns out.
Gun shows and easy background checks, Cohen says that adds up to an overly armed America. The people who turned in guns, most of them legal, came from all walks of life.
I have grandchildren, and no matter how secure you can think your gun is, we've seen what happens, so I decided to turn it in.
Many of the weapons that were handed over to police in the gun buyback were antique. Some of them were not functional. But police say it's just a window into a look of how many guns are in Los Angeles. In the city, Candy, they're estimating millions of guns exist in Los Angeles.
I don't know if you know the answer to this question, but I'm pretty sure you can't buy a rocket-propelled grenade launcher in a gun store, can you?
No, you can't buy one on eBay. That is very difficult to obtain.
Yeah, so these must have come from overseas, or is someone bringing one in, or do they have a theory?
This is a U.S.-made rocket launcher.
Right.
They don't ask the individual where it came from. That's part of the reason why people turn it in, because there is no retribution against them when they turn over these weapons. Police say that's critical to making this gun buyback process work. But they stress it is U.S.-made. It was produced here. They just don't know how it made its way meandering through eventually into the hands of the LAPD.